All right, in this video, I'm going to talk about some weird Upwork hacks, some weird Upwork tricks that actually work. Maybe you knew about this, maybe you didn't, but I'm going to talk about some of it in this video. Okay, so the first tip or the first hack that I have, especially if you're new, is to focus on like one and done type of jobs. Like, don't look for these long-term contracts. I know that sounds different from what you hear from everybody else, but if you're just starting out, your goal should be to build your profile, right, and get those quick reviews, and get those projects. If you start off with a long-term project, not only is it going to be hard for you to actually get that project because you don't have those reviews and you don't have that experience, but let's say even when you do get it, it's not going to help your profile because more likely than not, a client's not going to give you feedback or a review for a project until it's over or until the project is over. So I say whatever industry that you're getting into on Upwork, in the beginning, a lot of people focus on these, just looking for like these super long-term projects. Focus on looking for these quick jobs, these one and done jobs where it's like after you do this, like I'll pay you, right? You can literally, I did it right here, but you can literally just type the word quick in the search bar right here, quick, or like short, or find like a survey job or whatever, and you can scroll through and find quick jobs that you can do. Literally this job right here, test my app and give me feedback. It doesn't, like, these people don't really require that much experience. They're okay with just entry level experience. They're looking to hire a bunch of people. But yeah, look for jobs that you can do like relatively quickly. It's not gonna be like the highest price. Like, you're not gonna get, crazy amounts of money with this. But again, when you're starting out, you're just looking to build your profile with something. Okay, one review is better than none. All right, and you get that one review, you get those first couple reviews, those first couple jobs, you figure out how the payment systems and everything works on Upwork. Then you can start looking for these long-term projects, and it'll be a lot easier to get that because you have that experience and you have that profile to get those jobs. It's like video editor required for a quick and easy job, just like some of these super quick turnaround jobs um, that'll help you just get it over with. You could ask for feedback after you do an exceptional job at it, but it should help with your profile. You want to focus, if you're just starting out, you want to focus on these one and done projects. You don't want to focus on like these super long term projects. I know that's different from what you might have heard, but from my experience, I think that's my tip. All right, another hack, another tip is you want to focus on applying to jobs. Like when I do my outreach, I only apply to jobs that are like brand new, or not brand new. It doesn't have to be like, a couple minutes old, but I'll still apply to jobs, if they're a couple hours old, but you want to make sure you're applying to jobs that are relatively new. And the reason for that is because the older a job is, like if it's a couple days old, more likely than not, the client already found someone for the work and they just haven't closed the job yet. So it's still showing on Upwork. Or like it turns out like they don't need that person anymore. So they just ignore it or they just don't respond to any of the messages. So I don't apply to jobs where it's like a day old or 2 days old or 3 days old, whatever. I only apply to jobs where it's like, minutes or, a couple hours max, right? And that's really important. You want to be applying to jobs or responding very quickly to these jobs. And I found one hack to do that is to get notified every time a job shows up for a specific search. So what you can do is up here, you type whatever industry you're in, let's say social media marketing that you want to search for. You put in whatever category down here that you want to do. So let's say this, and then you click save right here, save it. I already saved it, so it's going to show up right here. So let's say you save it, it already has. So every time you click it, it shows jobs with these checked off. So what you can do is get notified as soon as a job shows up in this search category, right? So after you save it, you go back and then you go to this website called Zapier. Create your account, it's free. You click create and you create a zap. And then you create a zap, click on trigger, and then you type or you click RSS by Zapier. Right? You click RSS by Zapier. Don't ask me what any of this means. I do not know. I just found a video on it and I use it. So I'm telling you guys about it. Now, it's going to ask you for a feed URL. To get this URL, you go to Upwork, click on your, the search term that you saved, social media marketing. I have it right here. I click it, and then I click these three dots and click RSS. It's going to send you to this weird page. Click this, save the link, go back, paste the link, enter or refresh the page. Yeah, and then click continue. It's going to test your trigger, test. You wait a little bit. I like to click feed A. You could click feed B or C. Doesn't matter. Again, don't ask me what any of this means. I do not know. I just found a video on it. And then after this, you click Gmail. So every time, and then you click send email. So basically every time a job shows up in this social media marketing or pops up in this social media marketing search term, you will get notified by email, right? And then you click send email, click continue, and then to, and then you type in your email, all right? And then you go down to from, and then you click on your email, and then you put a subject. You can put new job uploaded. And then after that, you can go to your body, click on the title, and then space, a link to the job, and then a description of the job, and enter. All right, so every time a new job gets posted on Upwork in this search term category with all of these, whatever you saved, you will get an email with the title of the job, a link to the job, and a description of the job, right? And then click continue, and you can test it. So this is my email. Just got this new job uploaded. This is a test from Zapier. It's a sample one. But basically, it gives you the title of the job, a link to apply to the job, and then a description. So that every time a job gets posted, right, you can just read through the description. And then if it's something that you want to apply for, click the link and you can apply right there, then and there. You don't have to spend all day just sitting, on Upwork, right? You might be doing other things. You might not be on Upwork 24/7, but what that does is you'll miss out on good opportunities that might show up. My recommendation is to make the filter, do more filters than what I just had here, because there's thousands of jobs that gets uploaded in the social media marketing field daily. So you don't want to get 1,000 emails. So I would say make it very specific, put in a bunch of filters, play around with it, but that's something that you can do. Get notified as soon as a job goes up so that you can apply right away. All right, another hack that you can use, or another trick, there is a way to actually avoid bad reviews on Upwork that I found. It comes with its own downsides, but you can avoid a bad review if you give a full refund, right? So look at this. I refunded a client. Does a remove feedback. If you refund the money, it will remove the job and the feedback completely from your job history, but the private feedback will still affect your job success score. So your JSS, which is, let me go on my profile, your JSS score, which is this thing right here, right, will still be affected by the review, but it's not going to show up in your work history right here, right? So sometimes I say it's up to you. Like, I don't recommend it. I did it once, but honestly, I don't really recommend it. I just wanted to share it because it's something that I learned. If you think your review is more important than your JSS score, and you don't really care about the money, you just want the review to go away, you can make it go away by giving a full refund, right? Reviews won't show up in your profile if the project is worth $0, right? So there's not going to be a project that shows up where you earn $0. So if you give a full refund, the review will disappear from your profile. Again, honestly, not something I really recommend you do. Get paid for your work, but I don't know. Maybe you can make the decision on your own. If you think the review is more important than the money you made and the work you put in for it, then I guess it's up to you. All right, next, another hack that I found to kind of work for me. One thing that's super important on Upwork, obviously, is the outreach. So when you're sending your proposal, it's super important to make sure that you're able to get the client's attention so that they can read through your proposal and get you on that sales call so that you can sell your services to the client. So what I found to kind of work best when I send my proposals, obviously I have my own cover letter. I talked about making sure your cover letter is customized to the job. Read through the description. Don't send a generic. Do not send a generic cover letter. Trust me, clients can tell if it's generic. Make sure you read through the description and show the client that you actually read through the description, right? And one way you can do that, one hack, I guess, to find that I found to work is in your cover letter, try to ask a clarifying question. So what I mean by that is go through a job description, whatever it is. I clicked one right here. It says graphic designer for social media posts and swag or whatever. It says able to deliver on time with short timelines, will work with no more than two, likely one individual to make decision making and feedback easy. This is something that you can ask a clarifying question for. So what you can do is go to your cover letter and type. All right, so this is what I wrote out. Just read through your job description, can definitely help you out. Can you clarify on what you meant by having me work with another individual? Will there be a separate graphic designer that I would be working with? Literally asking, can you clarify on what you meant by having me work with another question? Can you clarify on what you meant by these two sentences or this sentence right here? Like just asking them to clarify something in their job description. This will help make the client want to message you back, right? Because they want to clarify what they meant. And once you get them to send you a message, that's when you can message them back, sell your services, whatever. But literally the point of a cover letter, the point of doing outreach is to just get the client to be interested enough to respond to you and send you a message, send you a DM, right? That's basically like 80% of the work. Just getting the client to send you a message back from your proposal, right? And one hack or one way to do it is to just ask them a question. Can you clarify this? Can you clarify what you meant by what you said in the job description? So that's one hack that you can do. Obviously, don't just give them a question and that's it. Like put in the rest of your cover letter and your portfolio, stuff like that. But I think this is one way that really helps getting that client to send you that first message. All right, and another hack that you can use. This is for people who have a client or have work experience outside of Upwork, but they want to get reviews on Upwork. If you have a client or if you have work that you've done for somebody else outside of Upwork, and that client or that person does not have an Upwork account, what you can do is you can take advantage of this program called the BYOC program that Upwork gives to either freelancers who have, these three badges, the top rated plus, or rising talent, or people who have the freelancer plus membership. So the freelancer plus membership is this membership plan. For me, I use the basic plan. I don't see any use for the plus membership, except for maybe something like this. If you're just starting out, maybe you have client experience outside of Upwork, you can tell the client, hey, are you open to creating a Upwork account and giving me some feedback on our project and paying through Upwork and then giving me feedback or a review for this project. Ask them, tell them to create an Upwork account and hire you there using the BYOC program. The BYOC, the Bring Your Own Client program, has a 0% service fee. So that's something that you can incentivize the client with. There's no fee. Upwork typically charges freelancers a 10% fee. They also charge clients a fee as well. For this, there's a 0% service fee. So that's something that you can take advantage of. It only works if the client uses your BYOC link. So make sure you get the link and they create the Upwork account with your link. But again, like that's something that you can take advantage of. To be honest, I don't know much about it. I just know this exists. I don't have a plus membership, but if you're willing to take it and you have a client outside of Upwork that you've been working with and you're new to Upwork and you want those reviews, that's something that can help you get your first review. All right, and my final tip or my final hack is not really on Upwork, but on the sales call, which is, I guess, from Upwork as well. But the next, I guess, probably the most important thing after doing the outreach is the sales, like sending the messages on Upwork, getting the client to respond to you, and then getting on that sales call so you can sell them your services, right? That's probably the most important part of your agency is the sales call. It can be really nerve wracking. It can be really tough and hard to do. My hack, my small little trick is for me, I like to focus on interviewing the client. So you may have watched, some of my sales calls that I posted on YouTube. If you notice, like I'm asking the client a lot of questions, right? Try to, if you're nervous on a sales call, get the client to talk, right? You don't try not to spend most of your time doing the talking. Make it so that the client is doing most of the talking, right? And the best way to do that is to just ask the client a bunch of questions, right? How does this work? What type of business do you run? Can you talk a bit more about your business, your brand? What are you looking for? Just have a bunch of questions that you can have that you can ask the client so that they're doing most of the talking, right? And that's a hack, that's a trick that I found to kind of work best. So that's it for this video. Hope you learned something from it. For anyone who joined my Discord and my server and my course, thanks for joining. Hope you're learning a lot of things. There's a ton of content in there. I told you guys I would give you everything I know. But regardless, I just wanted to give people some small little hacks, some little tricks that I don't really see a lot of people talking about.